ogenda ne bakolako ojja kubanga otera mwena mena bali Quest TV mbatumidde abantu bange mwenna abemutungo Luzira Bugolobya
obusuti obulungi nga
mwenna mwenna mbebaza abagala obusuti nga kamuzita menga waye ne bogenda ku business
kulate ngoye na kubanga
obera ku business tosukabira tosukao wewawo ensonge ne mwenna mena batukubira ku online mbebaza abali ku Facebook ne ku YouTube mwe bali nyo kwati
ali ava going to buy naye ina masuti ya malonji
okay
na ye mwanyiro waji banditira nyoga yero
bakuchaga yero bokka
batira kunyi
andi bandi bakumanye jyobwa
era yanditide bili za yero mama wangu mutoro yandita bili za yero
okay Tandita mali before we go to issue just promising on the sports I want to get up sports what when songe baddenga bikasera omukyala Beatrice Byencha owala Uganda commission bavudde ne bagamba nti esa asokaddeko ebbali bakole okunonyeza aigigi
bete kamya tamanyi Museveni what was Betty Kamia's first appointment? Advisor on Kampala. This gigi issue was after an aftermath. On a deputy way, I in with a different assignment. Betty Kamia's take a cage change. If you are Minister of Health, this is why the Minister of Health cannot come out and talk about the organic case. Because why didn't you intervene? Yes. Too late now.
Why did you intervene?
Why didn't you intervene? Museveni was informed about this organic case by UN 5 years ago. Never go back, Minister of Justice. Tomorrow no agenda no kajana mugenda nagobayo bigirimana nagabayo mulwanyi no kajana no. It has exploded. What danga program za? It has exploded. A banja lyo mwenge ligwa na mwenge. Mwatakalia yange ne ya mwenge kubi. Don't expect me to save your words.
Okay.
Kakati nkugamba. Betty Kamiya was Minister of Lands.
Okay.
The problem is in land.
In lands.
Olaba Museveni kyakola.
By the mzeta boyogera boto. Neli ko omukyalo no Beatrice Byencha. Bwe yali akola report ye. Era Betty Kamiya mukwata.
Yes. Musajja mugezi. Museveni musajja mugezi. Don't you see? If I was the Minister of Land, I give it a sovereign government. I give must be a new person. A new person. Either from Makerere University or what.
Government anyway.
That you cannot. Museveni is giving a challenge. You created this problem, solve it.
I give you when you're still in lands. What issues are you? No, implicated.
Never mukubira simutaji kwata. Yomanyenze mbategera. Tiba friends zibange bali captured.
Yep.
Akita tamuyimati chimala akonti. Ayinane eza water. Ezo zola. Meters za water enfu. Nazo zajazi wangula. Cannot.
Okay.
Eza water wali wazi goba.
Wali wazi
abaka kande chali ko. Is one side in the government fighting Uganda. Kakati Betty Kamiya agenda kubeera ko uta umita za water takisobola.
Genesis ya issue ene yokumandi Beatrice Byencha atwalibwa mubize tamali waliwo sente zali zino kusasulwa erusanja ni wano ne mu church ne gibako na wane issue eyo sage eyo yeresi era naye mwali bebali mu nsonga eyo bali
n'abakunzi yagamba president nti Muganda wasale yabirimu why bali bagala Museveni alagiriyewo basasule
Beatrice Byencha yena agamba nti payment ejire kola ki
nna Muganza nono compensation mwe bali babira sente zigende mu kalulu
era omukyalo ono ye alemesa compensation yeyo
yes ekyokubiri nkubulira nti Byencha land commission, what are the powers of the land commission? Land commission, I have land bagende wa president yo yalupo yajepangira kunga wipankire kuyani najja mbakolere kubwerere nento yako nento you pay kasajja kojja kusasula olaba byono omunene ekimirente embwa tebeerawo ekimirente olaba kimizente kasajja kojja kudu teeko eri kuyita mu magulu ndi kuwandagaza envunyu mu mpale kali kabira ettaka lyange nafuna ettaka nendigula nga nze nkimanyi gavumenti egenda kukolerawo projekiti alupo nayagala nzibu yewasaana solenirandi eryani bwenga ofunye omukozi gwe wafuna bimeka onereekamu tetwajja tubawonekera ettaala twajja tubasiba obuwanga mulya twajja tubafukirya amazzi mu ngalo naliyemera nenditunda millions of dollars bill. I sold it. Now how do you acquire government land? When you identify land, you write to the authorities.
Yes.
To sudiru ya wandika ngayagala gundi. Nobody is about it. Gundi valania editio. Nagama nti njagala nongose nekisawe modernizing. Mwebaze yalimu. Nebagera ngali pagenze bweru batege bakabulindi. Tumwebaze walimu. Tumwebaze walimu musajja gwe walimu nakatale kakabirira. Tovola ebikolimu byebikututeege ensi yakolimira dda buli omu abakabira buli omu mujoze buli omu akabi Allah wakutikira ku nnyonyi ogende heedi mu gavumenti yo Allah abafunye ebiwoobe bingi mutekomeza nnyo abantu baana mmwe mukabiza buli muntu yenna banyaffe basula bakaaba tiwagendera ki mu bantu abo naye nga butukuba tibulina na famire mwe buva kakati how do you get it? Oli ab'essomero oba muzikiti oba church be bawandikira land commission nga lya gavumenti.
Okay.
No objection. Yes.
Bana abaliwo
ebyencha ayingiriramuwa
tiwali
byencha it is true namuganza n'oyo gundi n'abakunzi be baali bagala Museveni asasule kyobola abamugamba nti muganda we ne batamanya ati ate Museveni bw'asasulira ku muganda we aba confirmize baali bagala recompensation.
Okay.
Omusajja oyo Medad kikyoncho ettaka lyali ly'emmengo lya Namasole.
Yes.
Ne balitwala mu banka mu 75 niribalemu
okujjayo
n'alijjayo n'akompensating abantu bonna. What brought Seninde to a land in Kampala? Even Bobi Wine's brother was compensated.
Yes.
Nyanzi. Ne baleeta a fake LC kubba Museveni bannamuganza oyo Seninde.
So ezo n'ensonga zizibonyabonya Beatrice Byencha
bamana balowooza ti bwe baavuma muganda we yabeerabira akibateekuliddeko. Solve your problem. Solve it.
Okay.
Nze ebintu bya Museveni
Madamu Beatrice Byencha tukusabira
embere
n'obeere ng'ogiyita mu kubanga
gives you an appointment. Gende wewe bakenga tonnagitwala.
Before accepting.
It must be purposeful. You can criticize him waliwo omusajja we yagira mu 86. Omusajja nga mukulisaizinga nnyo. Yamuwa taxation n'emulema. Nsibambi nga mukulisaizinga. Bwe yamuwa Minister of Public Service. The only thing Nsibambi managed to do kusasula musala ng'ennaku z'omwezi 28.
Olunaku olwaleero omukyala Beatrice Byencha ateekateeka okuba nti avaayo akole press anyonyole eggwanga biki ebigenda mu maaso ku nsi kubanga ensonga anyigirizibwa ekibasiteeka ku ye anyigirizibwa
betekame yali badde omanyi bwe batamanyi Museveni ayina security intelligence egenda mu ebyo byonna yagenda okuba betekame nga ebiri mu minisitule ya landi ng'abimanyi come here tudduka
tomawo
kya betekame ezo mita za water azikwate kalaba waidini Museveni kosi mulimu eno gavumenti baali bagigabanye. Kati one side is fighting another. We encourage you. What wakata bakayita vomit of my wife. Secret of my wife.
My wife, yeah.
Omusajja yawa mukazi w'omwindi n'atamira. The woman started talking. Do you know that even my name is not Erinnya yani Nanyuki tie munakeja yakawani. This means in my language tested by all. All of the boys on the money village tested on me. They used to ride bicycles on me. Kakati in a situation, this is a situation of tit for tat, self-destruction.
Okay.
The only person who is going to emerge out of this problem is Muhoozi.
Yali kilini.
Museveni yatwiningwa, Museveni abaana bamwe bali. Can you catch Museveni's children?
No, toina obasanga.
Obalabamu. Bwe sooka otunuulire nabano basodo abali ordinary ba Toyota bali notorious wayari baategeera repercussions ezatuuka ku bakyoli n'abanubbi. We shall not be in power always. Mutabani wa Kajiji n'omukooto nakano kano bote bwategeera we shall capture power. There is no way this man who sleeps in Zana can defeat me, have defeated you, hands down.
Yeah, true.
As you are heading to Hague, a chairman, Ruhindi, Kamogero Wale, chairman Iwawe Ruhindi, Ruhindi is heading. This man must go home and rot. Mr. Chairman, you buried me in a shallow grave. That's why I'm stinking to you. Mwanzika kumpi, remember Tembe singing.
Okay.
Mine is the longest resistance in Uganda's history. Ngate Museveni yagenda mu nseko nze mbaddewo. Ba jako bini ko jujuba mu bejakemu. Ne bugenda mu YouTube ne buteekayo $2 million. Ne baba court order YouTube ne Uganda. Ne buduka emisinde ne bajjawo mutabazi ne baleeta kale akawala jijaka bakubeba kole n'ebyensonyi. Nimbu bemundugalamiza. Tujja kumuwa sente kati muwa. You cannot poverty. Remember to Zamba Mazi. You are fighting for their survival. You will never participate in any politics of this country. In the future, you are watching me.
Okay,
you into Bazasi. Again, you have used a lot of money. The way that you have been mentioned in killing the people, extracting their organs, who can give you any responsibility in the future? That's why they are fighting. Mirundi apologizes to Arogo. Taxes were fake. Okay. Mirundi vitamuzalanga yo nanyo danger. Temu the muko said. Atenda ninja genda namu. Naninja kwese bakantu. But a $2 million forget about me. Emboyera bidenseko. A dog cannot laugh. You cannot force me into a dirty, humiliating situation. To get what? When I worked for you for 14 years, what did you give me that I expect? Muganda tells you. Muganda gamba. Timwana kulemambuka toli muzala. Uli sala in the Bible.
Kale. Nzeta muri nzaba banesa bokize.
Miseo
kano bana
expect any solution.
Abatugobera ku TV abane program the chapter.
Sunday. Abagaka abayitivu ne mutana abana. Bali mu bulitwaje.
Ngina kuba nkusaba gwenda. Ina ensonga ekusumbuwa osobola kubanga ompeza kamezi ku simu eri 0701 379861. So kumpeza ka message ku WhatsApp ono nkubirako 0701 379861. Nitubanga tukola ku nsonga n'omuntu tamali mu program ebeerayo buli Sunday saa 8 mpaka saa 10 gye bayita embuga osobola kubanga onfunira waawo muzeyi tamali yatubenga tugenda ku nsonga abantu nakusuubira ku Sunday twagera ku tugenda ku nsonga ey'ebyemizannyo muzeyi tamali kamalizeeyo twayo nze mwennyini navayo nenaga nti nno omukulu mukwanuga muzeyi tamali ebinundi Moses Magogo adibazi ebyemizannyo by'ensi ya Uganda eby'omupiira nangamba no tekisibwe kiri egana kuba aleeta bwino akasenti nno you can't manage sports era kamuwe omwaganya
akatabo kano nakawandika Uganda soccer.
Yes. Love for money, game of politics.
Kati akatabo kano bwe nali nkawandika I was defending Mulindo.
Okay.
Era Mulindo yangulira mmotoka.
Onange mukiririzamu he did the best yakola cyane okuba nti akola.
Before you talk about Magogo.
Yes, now but your friend Magogo
I said Magogo naye mukubira bwerere.
Nedda.
I said I once dealt with an interesting case between a landlord and a tenant. There their relationship had lasted 3 years. The tenant was so committed that even during the economic turndown, he used to pay promptly. He was a lorry driver. When, however, he was deployed in Juba, South Sudan, where he would spend 2 weeks, the landlord tried to encroach on his wife. The woman had earlier declined the landlord's security advances, prompting him to introduce harsh terms and conditions for all his tenants. This was only intended to make her give in, but she remained firm. This very scenario is what was replicated on Saturday, 13th October 2012, when Uganda's Kurene lost to Zambia's Chipolopolo by 0-1 in normal time and 8-9 in sport kicks. Akatabo kateged kabiri 10 Chipolopolo ne Uganda Cranes ogwo omupiira gwali mu politics.
Aba
Uganda Cranes babasuubiza emmotoka tikiti emu yaliko emmotoka babawangule Museveni yalimu. Do you know that at one time
basu Uganda Cranes
bagikube
buleka muleke babakube
second nga oli wagenda mu kisaawe batuwangula mbaba za wangula. You didn't know intelligence eruddawo. Olumu nasanga omusajja bamuyita Kimuli
second bagenda nakula government
alwana ne munne baagala Museveni ajje mu kampu batajjamu nga tebaagala Museveni ajje nengenda nembaloopa. Museveni came to the camp. Tuwalabayo omuvuka bwe yeekandagana afuna Obuwa maama w'Obuwa yali amaze okujja ewange nga ŋŋambye Obuwa yaleka ennyumba ya polisi twagala muzeeyi agituule kyebaali babanja akakavubuka ne keekandaga ne kafuluma. Museveni n'abayita nga tubeere n'omupiira gwe bawangudde abawe $3,300 tebajja abamu tebajja nti alimba ate bwe yamala ozibawo ne bajja n'abagamba from today abasambi b'omupiira mu Uganda mbafuze ba civil servants babobiryanka kwe muli paka munagwangamu badde n'amayumba ziwozon taken off. Museveni tayagala sports.
But who is there? Okuba nti ebintu bino biba implemented.
Yes, andi nkubuulidde baagala agwe nti abasajja abaddusa abanaku who are running away from poverty ogula emmotoka ennene ze batasobola oliyo ze balabyemu eripira erigamba Museveni walede bawutuze bwe gyolina gwe osobola egikozesa gwe. Nakalema ye yamwetegudde. Nakalema abadde agoba bawagizi ba Museveni.
Nzeyita Nakalema yagenze kusoma.
Ulira diplomacy. Yagenze kusoma ki? Mwanti corruption institution.
Ndi ku diplomacy.
Ono byekwaso yali wano namusanga nali muyita Nakalema. N'ekyoteekawo. Oyinza okwereebalirwamu. Nanga ategeere ndita. Ngenda okulaba nga ye yawita n'okwita n'akoma. Byekwaso. How can byekwaso a general remain in Kampala when a joint operation is in
Congo?
Surrendering it to your junior. Kababa Gobe. Temwaiga management. Kati gofuna hearsay.
Spokesperson, mouthpiece.
If you want to comfort your man, why did you join the army? It requires you to be away. And the man is married to 2 women. Chiasanku is my neighbor.
That's going personal now.
To sports. Nti mutemumanyi calculations. Ono Nakalema yakutte omukazi bwanga. N'akwata omukazi Kiguli. Nga Kiguli obufumbo bwe bwafa lwa Museveni. Baabwe yamusanga mu t-shirt ya Museveni n'amugoba. All attempts to save the marriage failed. Nekati n'alebigiramu ne biganda. Siira kubeera n'omukazi ayambala t-shirt za Museveni. Kakati Museveni omukazi n'ava mu maka ge n'agenda Namugongo n'azimba akayumba. Museveni n'amuwa omulimu n'abaana be kano kamumantaalirako mbu yabba ettaka 10 years ago. Stupid idiot. Naye bw'oba tekajjoba n'akaddusi bajja kukabitinta. Things are falling apart.
I'm
telling you.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Like in the landlord tenant's wife case, there have been calls from some quarters demanding for the resignation of Federation of Uganda Football Association FUFA top managers, and specifically the calls are targeting Lawrence Mulindo, the FUFA chief. This is strange in the world of football. When a team loses a match that a fan is expected to win, it is often the coach that suffers the wrath, not the head of the soccer body. In fact, available data reveals that coaches suffer the brunt of angry fans. Why do you talk about Magogo? Magogo is not a technical man. You are a coach.
Magogo.
You hired the coach to deliver you.
Magogo.
Likewise, Mulindo was not the problem. It was this man, a failure you brought back.
Magogo is the supreme head
of
the body.
Are you going to tell me that the first lady is responsible?
He makes the contract.
Is responsible. And what is
Magogo is responsible for signing a coaches.
Umanyi nti baleetako omuzannyi Congo ne bamugula mu villa nga baleese mutoowe. Olinga whom do you blame? Ani abeera katebe? Ani akoochinga?
Bw'onoonye ni ku Sunday wagamba.
Yes.
Bringing back a failed coach.
Yes.
Coach failure n'omukomyawo. Kati we are blaming Magogo because ye yamuzza.
Is Magogo alone? That's where you fail.
He's the head.
He's Museveni. Federation of Uganda Football Association. Kitegeeza ki?
It is a body.
It's a body. Why do you sing out?
But it can influence, influencing every other
time. Timagogo yabalemesa okubba ettaka lino erya villa. Is a villa fan. Segono jeyintwe basajja mmwe. Ni emmese yejjaffe yetunyumiza. Ti emmese yawulira ng'omusajja yeebaza mukazi we. Kino kyofumbye ekitalo. Emmese n'enoonya ekitalo kozi zibalidde lumu. Ka mu kita mwebagesa kuliza. Mubbye nnyo. So nimubba ne TV za Museveni. Mu nsi ki. Ti Museveni n'alangira pulezidenti w'eggwanga. Nti mugenda kufuna TV eza yero. Omusajja n'aziyoola n'adduka. One day lwa account. Things are falling apart.
Okay.
Kugamba. The head of the FA and the minister in charge of sports are not technical people. Their responsibilities are linked to soliciting and the provision of facilities to the team, not to select the team because they lack the technical knowledge. Like in the tenant example, the landlord was looking for something else. He directed his wrath to the wife, well aware that she had a little say over family management, financial management, and that it was the responsibility of the husband to pay. Uli landlord yali abonyabonya mukazi ayagala mukuwana. Naye ng'akimanyi nti omukazi takola. Sente omusajja akola ki? Omusajja bw'ajja banyumya bulungi batula ku mweso. Naye omusajja bw'apaawo n'asaba omukazi ebyaffe. Using it. This way go wrong. Nkugamba. Secondly, after the loss, the agitation for Mulindwa's resignation and does not originate from the same fraternity, from soccer fraternity. Politicians like MPs can make observations, especially if they are soccer fans. However, in the case the MPs who are well known for offering their services to the highest bidder were the ones spearheading the Mulindwa guillotining. Mwateeka buno obuvuka bwali naye Red Pepper Katonda agibonereza kukuba abantu efuluma y'ogumu kati yafuuka Daily Paper neefuuka ki kuba abantu okuba abantu nimukabya ensi kabusenga dakabya ensi kano kolugongo kano akakuba bujingo nako kajja kubonaabona akabusa BBM erikondemu nti bwateekawo mbu fan friends of the cranes bubbe kabusenga n'enkalabiye bugenze bubbe n'obwa Red Pepper bukuba Mulindwa ne bubwogoloza naye Mulindwa mutya yayita kabusenga namuli mukira w'ennyondo ne mwasizawo omuntu nze tonkola ekintu entuseji wabana ku nsi mukabuli ne muku. Let me confess here that I'm not a soccer fan. I do watch football on television screens. This is because I do not support any team in the European big league. I know, for example, that Britain's Premier League is aggressively marketed to be the only household name beyond the territories of England and the world over. However, when I joined the Mono newspaper in 1980, the paper was largely dependent on copy series, especially for its extensive sports coverage. The sports sections were sub-edited by the late Frederick Katose Kameme, who had replaced Freddy Sekito when he shifted to Uganda Times. I perfected my writing skills on sports and attended several sports training courses in Uganda and abroad. With this background, I totally keenly follow up sports events. Therefore, I'm well versed with Uganda's soccer, and this is the motive behind my opinions in this book. I'm a sports writer.
Mzee you follow what is going on or following
yes.
Because if
so first wait
bobanga
challenges of Uganda's football, democracy. Previously, especially in the 70s and the early 80s, Uganda was ruled by dictators. Having destroyed everything in the leaders spared soccer. This is because the African dictators did not consider sports as a serious social activity. And history had proved that sports does not produce political rivalries. What is more, African dictators did not have to organize free and fair regular elections faced with of international isolation. However, they started investing in sports heavily. A sector believed not to breed leaders. Indeed, under dictatorships, the breathing space are usually sports and music. This part explains why almost every Congolese is a musician. In Jamaica, like a dance, our dictators by sports.
Yeah.
When you go to Rwanda, I'm not saying that President Kagame, but he is having
investing in sports.
a useful population.
Yes.
But this with your unique south.
What will be Ghana?
Anti-Temudo, see dictatorship. A dictatorship fears breeding. The breeding areas, the catchment areas, is not sports. But we're going to Kenya, under dictatorship. Wanafanya kazi gani? Mwandishi wa gazeti. Gazeti gani? Gazeti ya michezo. Endelea. They did not expect the first sports person afuze Gwangani. Wa Liberia. Yes. That's why invested in sports. North Korea has made many entrants in the World Cup than South Korea, which is rich. They wanted the national anthem to be played. A dictator develops the sports.
Okay.
Nga timu y'omupiira egenda mu nnyonyi nabagamba yayina ne sente ezalifuting Uganda's bundi abroad. And that's the one factor. The second factor, political scavengers, having realized that they have exhausted all of their master playing cards, the FDC leadership is now targeting FUFA. They can use football to undermine government by segmenting the public strikes. Any FD chairperson at any level will be sent of agitation and the source of strikes and demonstrations. We have successfully ejected them from schools and universities. We have flushed them from religious groups where they were paying for negative shows against the president. We have defeated them on walk to work. Dr. Besi is attempt to undermine Uganda kati bano bayingiramu. Nenkugamba nti he is now an injured buffalo. He is looking for everything that forces him back into the limelight. This explains why the opposition is all out against the FUFA leadership. They hope to install one of their own into FUFA, hoping by coincidence that the Cranes will qualify for World Cup. Ate Mbabazi yayingira mu sports. Besi yayingira mu sports. Mbabazi yayingira mu sports. Nga bwagenda bawangula. Sekandi bwagenda tebateeba. Sekandi tajja. Museveni tajja.
Mbabazi yayina
okubeerayo. Nga bano bebase. Intelligence as usual. Miso ati play. Nenkugamba ekyo kitegedde. Nakugamba. Media
ngatumba mudachika
bano bebalabe ba support. Wosepa singunu bane buduka. Bwebutta abantu.
Abashi?
Wosepa yes sports mu Uganda.
How?
I looked at this Wosepa. I wrote this book. 2012. Emyaka emeka. Nabagamba. Unlike other media agencies, Uganda Sports Journalists Association Wosepa is strong and cohesive. It has ably resolved support and leadership wrangles. It is actually the kingmaker. Wosepa has survived for a long time and it influences sports leaders. A fallout with Wosepa spells doom for sports managers. Currently, Wosepa members seem divided on whom to support. Fortunately, however, the differences are maintained outside the organization. Administration, the important, however, is that the national opposition, divisive politics, doesn't affect Wosepa. Omanyi nti Wosepa yakwata ne sente mbwezitwale kufika salamu abatta abantu mwebuli these are agents of mafias Museveni is an agent of the mafias bwe dominating ani yawangudde amasire gondi sportsman ani sportsman they declare you nebubafuga whom are you controlling twali linnya lyange mu the best mbakube batte the best simanyi program bukube mbuti where do you get the audition and the money good kati nkugamba so nti betting kagulupu akalala akasinga bakolera akabatawanyi FUFA eyo wusipa ne betting betting tusobola kola betting mu nsinjavu
okay
no betting tekolebwa mu nsinjavu ti betting ekwata abamawulire obusipa ne bokuba nti Uganda ekwenda kuba kipolopolo mwenna ne musibira ku tiimu yaki
kwegenda okuba
bet companies ne ziwa abasports bamwe sente ne beeyawula ne bakuŋŋaanya sente betting okimanyi kyekola omupiira ne bwe gugenda mu second half yaba teyapimiddwa baba bomuyindi abalya katoyinza kuddira bazanyi bo baavu n'okkiriza betting company
ebeerewo
beeyawula ne kochi alonda kifere n'abagenda bawa sente abagenda okulya ne kochi baleeta
sigenda kubanga nsukka wane
ngenda kubanga olwaleero essaawa zino betting companies ne gundi politics what is Kiryowa looking for you can say Kiryowa is grandfather Kiwanuka Saturday Express but what was Segona looking for
in Vida okay
the scavengers the political scavengers I analyze this is okalaba
kugenda kuda ku sports ne mwana mwenye seka sinisikala
aspects of this country because I have time and I am worried kati timu ya teacher ayogerwa nako naye twawunyi ndoza ne Rwanda teyagenze
teyagenze
singa kati Rwanda bagiyimbirira
singa kati yeriko
singabu giyimbirira obuli ya sente buno obwa moneta obwaki obu Uganda does not have any media, any credible media. These are mercenaries because the newspapers don't sell. But the New Vision is a sellout. I call advertorials, I call features. So on Saturday was encouraging an attack by seconds on vendors.
On vendors.
Temurugula.
Okay, Mr. Zamali.
Bembambukola. Kasita amawulire gabakubako bubi ne badisowinga where you get money reject it a week isatu nga bugaddebo ate bwina capital
ngenda kufansigula ngamba nti Uganda kusaba omukulu ngatamali muzetamali wagambye principal vayo tuyambe ogambe ku bantu bagende begemese eggwanga libere nga liggulwa
bonna bapeera
principal bachagulanyi omukyala nakwedde ekayunga vayo
no people come and so